I just want to make sure y'all were alive because all I know is that EPIQ is awesome and it is a fabulous experience. I'm so glad we've got a packed house. We've got our CEO in the house, our VP of marketing in the house, and it is going down this afternoon. We are so excited because our company is actually making it rain. We have already been collecting checks, so if you haven't picked up yours, we've been collecting checks, we've been making it rain, and I know, or I heard, that there'll be cash given away today. So, all right, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but it is my pleasure to be working this business with my husband, Herschel Hayes, and we are all the way from Houston, Texas. All right. Yes, all the way from Houston, Texas, and it is my pleasure to bring up the dynamic duo who have really been an inspiration to so many of us in this room. These gentlemen have given their time, given their sweat equity to not just the brand, but to the team. And the team is what makes it all make sense, right? When you don't have a dream team, it's difficult to do things on your own. Paul Getty once said, and we all know, right? So what I want to do is bring up two guys who are going to share with us some very important information. So this starts our training. If you don't have pencil and paper, I know we have some pads and some pens. Get your pencil and paper and get yourself situated because we're going to bring up two gentlemen who are going to bring some dynamic information. Again, these individuals really go out of their way to make sure that everyone has what they need to be successful. You're going to get phone calls, text messages, emails, and the like to make sure that you are plugged in to everything that you need to be successful in this business. So while you get your pens and paper together, I want you guys to get on your feet as we welcome Mr. Paul Johnson and Mr. Kevin
Love that song. Started from the bottom, now we here. Y'all think about that. So, but you guys okay? Yeah. Better? Okay. But what an awesome presentation, right? Give it up for our But guys, I had the opportunity of going through some information with you all about setting appointments. So a lot of times I get a call, well every day I get a call and say, hey, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing? What am I not doing? And it's all about the approach. Approach to setting appointments. So, you know, if you try it, and your way is not working, hey, I'm going to set out a paper and take some great notes. We're just going to ask you what we're going to share with you. We're just going to go for it really quick. The first thing you want to do is you want to have a contact list. You cannot go into business and not have a contact list. Well, what's that list? You know, I called someone, I don't know if they're here. They told me their contact list, they had 14 people. They scared me half to death. On their list. And I said, I found enough. But this is the way you build a contact list. And first, before you go to the contact list, now this is a So your contact list is never going to run out once you get here today. So that contact list will consist of people that that you do business with. Okay? Right? Who gets their hair done? Who goes to the hair salon? Okay? Who frequent different places here in Chicago, Georgia, Texas? All those places that you frequent on a weekly basis, those are people that should be on that contact list. Put them down. People that you've gone to school with in the past. The mailman. People you know at church. You put everybody on that contact list. How long have you been in direct sales? Over 10 years. You still have a contact list that's still growing? Over 800 now. It's still growing, so it's still growing, okay? And it's still growing because he puts himself in a position to meet different people. Don't be afraid to talk to people about what you do, but don't do the whole presentation on the contact list. We're going to get into that here in a little bit. And I just want to really compliment what you're saying, Kevin. I think that we're definitely on the right path. And I just want to really thank you for bringing me into this. Okay, I just want to thank you for that. And showing us really the nuts and bolts of how to go through it. And when we talk about the foundation of business, and Kevin so earlier said, starting with that contact list, there are 4 things you all want to write these things down. You want to run them, okay? We'll talk about it later. The first is contact list. The second one would be approach. The next one would be setting the appointment, and the last is setting. You'll learn anything from this training. We're going to show you what's up. Okay? And I think Kevin, the foundation we just set up is really starting with the contact list. Because when I just mentioned those 4 things you all are income earning activities. Right? If you're doing anything else than what we just told you just in those 4 elements, you're wasting your time. These are called income earning activities. Everyone say that. Income earning activities. And are you in the business of growing a business? Yes. Okay. Now you're in the business of building a business of a lifetime. Yes. Well, you should also be doing income earning activities. Which is contact list. Which is the only inventory you will ever keep in a business. You won't get that. That is the only inventory you will keep in this business is your contact list. It should be with you at all times. It should be written down in a Excel spreadsheet. Whatever. I'm saying your phone, but you also need to take notes when you call those people. Because again, it is their lifeline and it's really the vitality of your business you all. Alright? And as we transition to the contact list, about that, we talk about writing those things down and then setting those appointments you all. Okay. One thing you want to do, you want to show the plans, you can set the prospect, and work with the business, actually what they need to touch. Okay. This is what I like. I love this. Okay. You know, once we get into the business, we come into the business, we enroll for $397. It is your job. It was my job when Herschel and Monique came into the business to show them how to gather customers, not just enroll them and drop them off. We get customers, I like to say 5 customers in 48 hours, okay? This is what you want to do. You want to sit with someone, you want to show them how to become their own customer. Key that account in right now, today. I know there's some apps that went in today. Key your own account in today. That's customer 1, okay? But once you sit down with those people that you're asking to be your customer, you come back to them later on, they're going to be your customer. You just say, hey, I need to do you a favor. I need you to be my energy customer. Okay? Go ahead and key them in the system. Right then and there. Don't hesitate. But then they're going to say, well, what is this about? Then that's your opportunity to say, you know what? Let me show you what I just got involved with. Just kind of talk through the information. Don't try to give them a 5-minute presentation. Go through all the information, but you have to know who you're speaking with, okay? If you're speaking to someone like a Rick and Mike Moore, my approach probably would have been commercial. I probably would have sat them down and told them about this awesome opportunity that I had about commercial interview. You have to know who you're speaking to, okay? If you're speaking to somebody who's negative, hey, it's probably not for you. This business is probably not for you. I told Paul that. Paul, you probably don't want to do this. And I love Paul. Might not be for you, Paul. He called back and said, wait a minute now. You have to know who you're talking to. All right? So, you have to kind of string people along. Don't try to give, again, that 5-minute presentation. I like to say growing up on people. I was on the phone with somebody from another company the other day, and I won't name the company. Guys, he gave me the entire presentation in 5 minutes. And I'm sitting on the phone, I was so confused. I coached him. I coached him actually after the call. And I went through that, but don't give that, okay? You show the plan you want, microphone. For the internet. Whoa. When you show the plan you all, you want to make sure that you're engaging the prospect. There are probing questions you need to ask, okay? One thing, what they like to do, what's important to them. A lot of times we want to show the plan, give the information, which we should do, but you want to also key in those main aspects that are important to them, okay? You also want to be a guru within the business, meaning that know your business. Know what you're talking about when you do the presentation. Be confident. The only way to do that is you constantly what? Show the plan. At least 6 to 8 times, minimum. And when you start to be proficient, it becomes natural, and it becomes 10 to 12, because again, you all, it's a people business. You all agree? Just because you show the plan to one person doesn't mean they're gonna enroll. So the thing is, it's a numbers game. So be proficient when you show the plan. How do you do that? Do it a number of times, okay? To become an expert in your own space, because no one knows your business like you do. Will you all agree? Yes. Okay, moving forward. Don't try to get the presentation over your approach. That's just a death. People will try to, in that approach, like what happened to me on yesterday. They're giving a presentation over the phone. You call someone up and say, hey, what time do you get off work today? Okay? Be sensitive with their time. That's one approach. What time are you getting off today? I have something I want to come over and talk to you about. You told me Aaron was about to go to college. I think I found a way. Go ahead and get the kids down to bed. I'll be over there about 7, 8 o'clock tonight. It'll take me about 30 minutes to sit here. Did I say anything about a presentation? No. Did I say anything about a business? No. I was direct, precise. That was it. That's it. That person can ask me what it's about. A lot of times we'll go to the left and we'll say, hey, I came across this great business opportunity. We're going to make $1 million next week. People don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. Exactly. It's not realistic. So, do not give that presentation on the approach. But again, that goes back to knowing who you're speaking with, okay? Know who you're putting down in your contact list. As we start to develop the training and we move into space to understand our main 4 concepts, I want to review a little bit. The first one, we understand the importance of contact lists, correct? Yeah. Now that we're moving into the approaching sector of the presentation, you want to be proficient in that as well. And the only way to do this, you all, is to maybe carry two toothpicks in your pocket every day. And do not fail or forget that you have those 2 toothpicks in your left pocket. When you approach people and build your contact list, get a new name, take 1 toothpick, put it in the right pocket. Do the same again. And build your contact list that way. It starts to help you with your approach, because you're approaching people just for the information right now, okay? We don't want to throw up on them, use that terminology, giving too much information during the appointment setting time, okay? So as we start to do the presentation, do the contact list, we also want to do the approach as well. And a good approach for me, if I can show you how to make $1,000 to $2,000 in the first 30 days, would you be interested? What is it, Paul? Well, it's more visual than anything else. What I would like to do is set up a time with you on Tuesday at 5 o'clock or Thursday at 4. Will that work for you? Well, Paul, I may be a little busy. Okay. But you know what? The reason why I'm coming to you is because I value your opinion. I feel you're self-motivated. You're someone I like to partner with. I'm looking for a team member. People like to be stroked, complimented, okay?
They also want to know what's in it for me. I don't want you to grow a business for you, but how are you going to help me make money? $1,000 to $2,000 within the first 30 days. Now you start to get them excited, okay? Because people want to know what's in it for me. Now, so again, you have the inventory of the contact list. We know how to approach. We don't want to get too much information with the approach. Then we start to balance things out. We want to keep things simple, you all, okay? You want to know your prospect, approach them in any way that will just pique their interest. And that's all we're trying to do at the approach time, not a presentation.
I like what Paul said about the time. He gave the time. He didn't tell them, he didn't say, hey, what time works for you? He gave them the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. You set the time in your business. And then I'll simply tell somebody sometimes, hey, you know what, 5 o'clock don't work. I already got somebody in mind. I call it time watch. I'm actually right now. I may not even have one. But seriously, guys, this
What do you mean?
is right there. That's right. I have 6 o'clock. You know, you text it. You can't text it. All right, well, hey, we'll do it another day. I'm here. You have to let them know you need it. Feel like it.
Okay. Now, as we start to transition now, we understand contact lists, the approach, and the importance of setting the appointment. Okay? Again, income earning activities. So as we phase to the last portion is the actual presentation. You all, we have standing meetings right here at this location on Tuesdays. Registration starts at 7, and also the meeting starts at 7:30. But by no means that is enough to get your business to the level that you want to make $1,000, $2,000 to $3,000 a month. I think the truth is good enough. It's going to take you to do one-on-ones. That's belly to belly, business to business. It's going to also giving people that vision, okay, where they need to be, all right, to achieve that set within 30 days, all right? It's going to take YouTube presentations. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the presentation. And also in-homes. My wife and I, we live and die by the in-home presentation. You know, especially for the people that we know, it starts to build camaraderie within the team, but also you can really know where a person is really at in that home environment, okay? So again, starting with this YouTube presentation, you all, if you can't do anything of the ones I just spoke of, this would be another option. But the ones I said before are the best, okay? YouTube can keep the interest, close the deal, show the plan all at once, especially when people are out of state or they can't come to the meeting. So there's no excuse why, if they are telling you one-on-one they can't meet, to the actual standing presentations, you also have the YouTube. It's called diversifying your tools of interest, okay? So as we understand that, it's always, you want to plug into the business you are. How are you going to be a part of something if you're not coming to the meetings? If you don't know how to talk to people in the space? It's one thing to talk to them on the phone, but you want to plug in to all local opportunity meetings that we have, okay, in your local area. Even if they're webinars. You know, I have a GoToMeeting account, you all, that's just as effective as sometimes a one-on-one. Because again, you can ask the questions, they can actually see it as well, and they can talk to you. Keep that in mind.
We're talking about three-way call. Now, how effective is a three-way call? If you're not using a three-way call with your support team, you're out of business. You're simply out of business while you're not growing. Okay, sorry to just put it blunt. You got to utilize a three-way call. And I just want to, point AJ and Kim out. They're from Georgia, and this is their first time in direct sales. And they've been utilizing a three-way call. Utilizing a three-way call, just really quick, how many associates do you guys personally have just from utilizing a three-way calling system? 10. Okay, that's 10 associates within 30 days. Okay, now you guys give them a hand. But let me kind of share with you all the three-way call. There's no way possible that you should not be utilizing this, okay? The way the three-way call works, that YouTube video that Paul spoke of, you want to make sure that you're getting that to people. Well, how do you get that to people? You just don't send it to them and tell them to look at it when they have time. Again, you can go back and say, hey, Yolanda, what time are you going to be home today? You know I couldn't come over at 6 because I had another appointment, but I want to make sure I get this information to you. Are you going to be home at 6 o'clock? Yolanda's going to say yes. Make sure that you're sitting in front of your computer at 6. Once you call Yolanda, you give her the website right then and there. Make sure she's keying it in. You'll hear her keying in the website. Okay, she's keying that information in and say, hey, when you're done, you call me back right when you finish. It's about a 30-minute presentation. When she's done, I'm calling my support team to say, hey, I have Yolanda Harris. She's looking at the information. Paul, are you available? Okay, I need you to close this prospect out for me. Okay, that's where it starts. Yolanda, she's done with the presentation. She called me. She said, hey, I'm ready to go ahead. Well, let me help before we go any further. Let me get my support team, my business partner. It's a business, a billion-dollar business. Okay? I don't say upline, cross line. Let me get my business partner on the phone. He can help you get your questions answered. Once I get that support team member on the phone, I introduce them. I do a strong edification. I'll say, hey, let's just say if it will Paul. Hey, this is my great friend, my mentor. He's earned millions of dollars, blah, 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 just poured on really thick. And then I'll say, hey, this is Yolanda Harris. Say a lot of good things about Yolanda. I'm stroking her ego. And then that's it. I stop talking. Yolanda's just sitting on the phone. Paul takes over the conversation. I don't butt in. I don't say one word. I'm listening to what Paul is saying to my prospect. I'm learning. Guys, I've been doing three-way calls for 3 years. I learned it 3 years ago from someone, and it's made a lot of money if you just utilize a three-way call. You can build a business from home using three-way calls. Can't you, Monique and Hershey? It's just that simple, okay? These are the people that I do three-way calls with, and I'm shouting out. So if you're not utilizing the three-way call system, do it. But don't make the mistake of just sending someone the site and posting it on Facebook, thinking that people are going to go to your site and sign up. It doesn't work. It does not work. Okay? So I wanted to add that. Oh, this is my favorite. Okay? Do not become an energy expert on kilowatts. Captain Kilowatt is what I call it. That's somebody who wants to call somebody up and just talk about rates. Guys, I can't even tell you what my gas rate is in Georgia. I have no idea. I just simply just pay the bill. So if I'm simply just paying the bill, what do you think other people are doing? Okay, they're doing the same thing. So when you call someone and you say, you know what, let me show you how I can, get your therm rate or your electricity rate to this. What do? You alert them right then. They never looked at the bill. Never. They just take it and pay it. So don't become an energy expert, okay?
Again, you all, we understand contact lists, approaching, setting the appointment, and that was the presentation portion. And as we start to gather those customers, we want to have a sense of urgency right now. You are leading your team through this journey, okay? And it's important that you need to gather your first 10 customer points within the first 48 hours. I'm going to say it again. Gather those customers within the first 48 hours. And if you think about it, if everyone in this room was an independent representative who understood the concepts of contact lists, approaching, appointments, presentations, now we're gathering the customers right now. You're sending people on their way. If they gather those 10 customers within the first 48 hours, think about how your business would grow. Think about if everyone in this room was an independent representative and they had 10 customer points. Would you achieve sets? More than likely, you probably would achieve super sets. Okay? Would you, the senior energy trainers, they in turn will grow into what? Energy consultants. You see how you start to advance? So the mantra, the call right now is get 10 customers within the first 48 hours. Now, I can have testimony to this, humbly saying, my wife and I, we did that. We want to make sure that our team did that. So within the first 1,000 customers, okay, there's also about over 125, almost 140 now, independent representatives as well. That tells you the ratio is between 8, 9, 10 customers per independent representative. You see that works, you all. And again, you start to see the advancements. And you also start to see the customer acquisition bonuses and things of that sort, because everyone is on the same page of getting 10 customers within the first 40 hours. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but you have to have a sense of standard, okay? Now, again, if you're in the mix of being an energy expert, you don't have time to get to your customers, okay? We have professionals that are the experts. We're the consultants. We bring in the opportunity, peak and pass, you all, give them the best rate because we are a brokerage firm, North America's premier brokerage firm. So again, we have position, and you have to have confidence in your position when you state that, okay?
Once you're gathering these customers, you talked about that 48-hour. There's so many different ways that you can, get those 5 customer points. Again, just tell me go get the bill. I'm doing you a favor, okay? Or you can flip it and say, hey, I need to meet a deadline. I need you to help me. I need to have this done by 5 o'clock. That's what I told AJ and Kim. I gave them 48 hours. I say, I need you all to have 10 customers in 48 hours, and this is what I need you to tell the people when you call them. I need you to simply call them and say, hey, I am trying to meet a deadline. You remember I did this for you about a year ago? You have to do that to people. Get your customers by any means necessary. By that 48 hours is up, guys, they had 14 customer points. They went over, okay? And then they went back, that is what they went back. Then they went back and got some of those people for associates because they did not try to say, well, this person is going to be an associate or this person is going to be a customer. I said, go get them, get it out of the way. You don't have to worry about customers now? Nope. That's it. So I wanted to add that in. Also, the in-home presentation, okay? You guys heard Paul talk about how they build their business through in-home presentations. So I'm going to let him kind of share what they've been doing here in Chicago.
Okay, you all, in-home presentations are definitely key. What you want to do is really schedule the appointment quick, fast, in a hurry. After we understand the concept of 10 customer points, you want to also schedule those dates, whether they're one-on-ones, webinars, in-home presentations. That way you hold their feet to the fire. They have skin in the game, they pay $397. It's your job to lead them to success of getting senior energy training within the first, 30 days, okay? But again, if we work this right, you can achieve that goal within the first 7 to 14 days. Because everyone's on the same page getting those 10 customer points, you all. It makes so much sense. Let's not make this hard. It's really about getting those 10 customer points right out the gate, okay? Now, when I said set the appointment, but you want to schedule things on the books. Put them to the fire, commitment. Okay, we have a one-on-one on Tuesday. I need to have 2 or 3 of those set up. We also need to have in-home presentations as well, okay? And also some webinars, some go-to-meetings. That way they have activity, okay? Because you're their coach. You are definitely the person they're going to lean on, and you have to build the story within the first 30 days. It's important because everything will lead from that. If everyone has that first story in 30 days, it starts to duplicate. And you have hundreds and thousands of customers every 60 to 90 days, okay? Now, also, you want to set up different events. There may be wine and cheese events you may have at your home or other locations. You may want to raffle off a few things. I'm sure we're coming up with other marketing material we can do that with as well. These are things to engage people into a place they stay, all right? Property managers are great contacts for new accounts. How many people know property managers? Think about those people. There's new turn-ons, new switch-ons. That's prime opportunity, you all. Let's not miss that.
I want to add to that. First and personally, Monique Hayes out of Texas, they do a great job with that. We were actually at breakfast on Thursday here in Chicago, and her phone kept ringing, okay? And this is from a property manager. And this is what they did. You know, we have a few places like that, but you have to know the people, okay? Let me just be clear. I don't want you wasting your time out just going to knock on different apartment complexes, okay? This is a contact of hers in Texas that she's known for a while, because we want to make sure that you're doing what? Income producing activity, okay? So, you know, she simply just went in, someone she knows, she took them a tray, a sandwich tray. That's her friend. Okay, talk a little bit about what's going on. These are new connects that are coming in. Okay? How many of you guys get per day? About 3 to 5 per day. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? Okay, so do you guys know any apartment complexes? Ron Williams back there. Okay? I'll tell his story. He did a great job. He got an apartment complex right when he came into the business. It was over 100 units. Am I right? Okay, but that was someone he knew. That was someone he knew. But you guys think if those property managers know someone, they know someone else, and they know someone else, that's how it happens. That's how the customers come on board. But again, make sure that you have relationships with those people, not just driving around the city trying to get to know people and then saying, oh, it's not working. Okay, because I've gotten those calls. All right.
So as we close, you all, I just want to make sure that we're all on point. Contact list, approaches, appointment, presentation. Don't give all the information in a 30-second commercial. Understand your position. Understand the presentation, the way you do it. To understand it is to do it continuously. Would you all agree? Yeah. Also, as we review, we want to make sure that we get those 10 customers within the first 48 hours. That way we can achieve senior energy trainer, energy consultant. The more senior energy trainers that are in your organization, it will cause you to advance on every level. So it's all about the basics, you all. That is why it's a fast start bonus. We're building their story, because we know that will be the foundation, the building blocks of building a successful Epic energy business. And we know Epic is something phenomenal, something big. And we're going to take over that energy space.
All right.
We're going to take it over, you all. You got to own it. And the only way we own that is believe. You got to believe in what you're doing. And you have to know what buttons to push to trigger the income earning opportunity. And the way you do that is stay in the game. Stay plugged into the actual meetings, the actual tools of success that we have on our back office. Ask questions. If you're not asking the questions, we don't know what you know. So I believe in you all. I really do. I think that you're here for a reason. And if we can increase our income by $1,500 a month, it beats a blank. That's a game changer, you all. I'm not here to promise you the world, but I said, let's start with the small wins because I believe baby steps count too. I believe in you all. You all have been a great audience.